What's up, patio tanks? Oof, looking inferno. Looking fire. It's been like what, a couple days, 4 or 5 days that I haven't updated you guys. I just did my free grooming mare giveaway. We did find a winner. Shout out to the guy in the Philippines. He didn't want it. He just wanted to support the page, so, and the video and my channel, so he allowed me to choose the second winner. Shout out to him. Thank you so much. I forgot your name. It's in Philippines, so I don't know how to say that, but these guys are looking good. Flex's hair looking good as well. I switched Flex into this tank because he's very pearly, really white, so I threw him in here. This dude wasn't doing so well in that tank, so switched him with Flex, and he's actually doing really good in here. I'm letting the algae hair grow. Yep, this guy is doing okay. He's not too bad, not too shabby. Let's see how he grows out. This is the guy that I won from the mini Powerball from Compaholics. All these guys are from Compaholics. So this guy, this dude's looking fabulous. I threw him over here because there's a lot of sunlight over here. It's 7 o'clock right now, so the sun is setting. There's no sunlight hitting here, but this dude is looking fabulous here. Blackie. Yep. Looks fabulous. Alright, so here I just picked up a riblet parrot. Not too red, but I picked her up. Not for any reason. I did tell a lot of people back then that I have bad luck with parrot because either I think that they were okay with the Flowerhorn overnight and they got beat up to death. I mean, the parrot was bigger than the Flowerhorn anyways, but Flowerhorn did some damage. Or I split them up, parrot stressed to death, and then I don't have a parrot no more. But this seems to be a big parrot and seems to be doing okay. I acclimated her into here, introduced him a little bit. I just threw her in here hoping he wouldn't be too aggressive, but they're doing okay. He's grooming, he's flexing. His redness just popped up a lot on his fins, and his color just darkened up. So hopefully that, hopefully he doesn't attack her too bad. Damn, look at that tail right there. Look at that tail. Yeah. And this dude down here, I purposely bought her, or got her. I got it from a local fish hobbyist too. They didn't want her anymore. Apparently she's too big, or they just couldn't keep her anymore. But I got her. Apparently I want her to stay down here with him, but this dude is super aggressive. I put the grooming mare in here, and he was going at it, and he almost tilted the grooming mare over, even though the grooming mare was super big. So this dude is super aggressive. I need to get a divider. Maybe you might get this topper hair, wash this real well, throw it in there like how I did with the Monster Coke and my Alpha female that I had in the past. If you guys haven't watched that video, check it out on my channel. Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw it in there diagonally, or however angle it fits, so he could groom nicely. I don't want him to pair up with her because he's gonna go into breeding mode and he won't look good. So I don't want that. I want them to groom only. So this guy, he's recovering nicely. He's recovering super nice. His fins are coming back in. His colors are okay, looking really vibrant and popping up. His pearls are super nice. His mouth and lip is doing really good. Yeah. So I was talking with a friend, a kiddo, or a buddy, or a fan from they're from the SoCal area, and I was telling him that you know what, I see he's not the only one having that problem too. I see that a lot of people who are in Flowerhorn, the reason why that their Flowerhorn isn't so good looking or popping up, or it's just not the best it is because one of the main reasons, like, yes, water quality is a very big factor, but if you just let the water cycle, if you're at, or you have old water, it should be fine. But one of the main reasons is if your temperature does not match the tank, meaning if you have a 100 heater in this 40 gallon, it is not gonna, the heater is not gonna match the tank. So once you max it up, or you put it, you think you put it at 84, and it only warms up like 20% of this tank. There's this whole other section, or the rest of the tank, that hasn't warmed up. So you got to think that, all right, when you go buy tanks or the whole setup at PetSmart or Petco, and they say like a 40 gallon or 55 gallon, and it's recommended a 200 or 150 gallon, it's for tropical fish, like small community tank, and they tend to do well with that. But these fish, they tend to stay at a very high temperature rate. Even in the winter, I blast up. I put 200-300s in here. I blast it up because temperatures fluctuates outside, and even if it's on the inside, you want to keep the ratio of watts and tank correctly. You know, that's a 40 gallon, that's a 40 gallon, that's a 20 gallon. I have a 25 gallon. I have a 200 in there. I have a 100. No, I have a 300 in both of these, and it's warming up the whole tank 100%. Yeah. And as for these are 55s. I put one 500 right here to split it up. Honestly, you only need a 500. You don't need two 500s. So I'm gonna take out one of these soon and cut the end over there and do what I did here. If not, I might do it on the top because I don't want to have too many openings and they're gonna hurt each other. Yeah, but this is a 55 gallon and I have a 500, and 500s, as you guys know, it's for really big tanks. Like, I don't know, it's for really big tanks. I know it's not for a 55 though, but as for Flowerhorns, it is recommended. To me, I recommend it. I blast this up to 88, 90, because that, with that amount of temperature, amp or watts going through that, it's firing up the tank. When you put your hand in there, it's just okay. It'll feel okay for these fish. Same with this too. Over the winter when it was super cold, it was super icy, and then hail too. I put these two 500 in here, and it was doing really well, and the fish were doing fine here because temperature fluctuates outside. But if you're inside, control your room temperature, your humidity, and your temperature in the tank, and your fish will be fine. And if your fish tends, a lot of the time is because your temperature is low, fish get stressed, and then they get sick, and then they don't show their best. But if you have correct temperature, you have algae in here for your Flowerhorn, they should be fine. Most you need is this right here, aquarium salt. This is what I use only, aquarium salt, this, and daily food, staple, or whatever food you have. They should be fine. I've never had a sick fish besides my first time having it, and that was a newbie. Like, I knew nothing, and it was a fry that had Popeye, like I said in my a live video on Instagram. If you guys follow that, or you guys are watching that. But besides that, I had no fish sick on me. Make sure your temperature, the tank, or I mean the heater, warms up the whole tank. Like I said, you go to Petco, PetSmart, you go see a 40 gallon, they might throw in a 150 watt. But no, these are Flowerhorns. You gotta think, they live in very warm water, 82 to 84, maybe 86. And that's when you see your fish looks the best. I would even recommend 82 or 80. They're a little too cold for these fish. They'll stress. They won't get sick, but they'll not look their best though. Yeah, these guys look good up here. He's not even beating her. He's just chasing her around, flexing. Yeah, with that said, you know, just make sure your tank is warming up. You know, I put my hand right here and I can feel the heat, the warmth. That's one thing outside too. Outdoors, if you have any tanks outdoor like me, like I said before, overseas they do have a lot of tanks where they raise their flowerhorns outside because their humidity or their weather outside is a lot better than us in the States here, or maybe just California, because California is dry. I would say dry because we got a lot of fire. Yeah, but make sure you have proper heater for your tank size so your fish don't get sick. And that's a lot of the reason why your fish might poop white, or it might have anal prolapse, or it might have some sickness that we don't know of. Like I said, I've never had a sick fish. I mean, I just got into this hobby in August, not too long ago of last year. Almost a whole year, a couple more months and it's a whole year. But you just make sure you have proper heater and a lot of your problems will go away. Most of the time when you ask people on Facebook or I see people ask, what's wrong with my fish? Or why is my fish looking so good? Well, a lot of the answers that you get, turn up the heater, ask them for some salt, and it'll help your fish. That's exactly why you need a big heater in your tanks, so these fish could stay healthy and look their best. Just a small tip on how to keep flowerhorns with proper heating and water. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. Patty Tanks, we out.